Good morning. It's your boy Rizzo back again on Uber Chronicles. Yes, I've got another story today. But okay, before we get to my story, I've got an announcement to make. So on the 29th of July, that is next month end, okay, a month from today, because today is the 29th of June. So on the 29th of July, there is a musical, an SDA musical theater show at Victory Theater. Victory Theater is at number 105 Louis Botha Avenue. For those of you who are into musical theater, it was written and directed by Tamsanga Newton Spanda. That is my uncle, by the way, and he is a great storyteller. And the tickets are going for 250 Rand at Web Tickets. I'm going to be there. And the name of the show is Makukanye. It starts at 5 p.m. and it will end at 9 p.m. People that will be performing there are God's Grace, Joyful Hymns, Chosen SG, Sihle Kaleni, Great Hope, and Redeemed. Okay, so it's gonna be a lovely night filled with music. Mainly the music that they sing is a cappella. Okay, so yeah, I hope I'll see you guys there, and let's get into today's story. Okay, yeah, guys, I need you to tell me if I'm being rude or not, because some of the things that you guys put us through, they really do not make sense. So I got a request in Melville. I was actually in Parkhurst, so I got a request in Melville, which is like 3 kilometers away, and it was at night. And it was on Uber. Got a request from a lady. So guys, I drove. Imagine driving for 3 kilometers. And it was on Uber Go. Uber Go is the cheapest. We hate Uber Go. Uber drivers don't like Uber Go. Just so you know. We just do it because you guys request the cheapest thing. When I get there, the lady, it's a young lady. She's with a guy. And guys, I've got a rule. Each and every driver has their own rules. My rule is no one sits at the front. Unless and until maybe it's more than 2 people, if it's 3 people. Because Uber doesn't take more than 3 people. Bolt doesn't take more than 3 people. So chances of me taking more than 2 people are very slim. But yeah, I do get that instance where there's more than 2. So if it's on Go, I do not carry more than 2. It's 2. That's the maximum because it's on Go. Go takes 2. I think I've once explained this on one of my videos, how the platforms work. Right. So if it's on Uber Go, really I just push my seat forward because I'm not expecting more than 2 people to get into the car. All right, I get to the pickup location. And it's a young lady. She's with a guy. And my reasons why I don't want people at the front, guys. You're slay queens. We are Uber drivers, yes, but we are still human. So you're slay queens. They dress less. They look very nice and they dress less. And as a driver, that's a distraction for me. If a person is wearing a miniskirt and they're sitting next to me, I mean, I need to focus on the road and not, the... So yeah, I don't want people at the front for that reason. And also, if you're driving with another driver, they tend to want to control how you're driving. The car can only be driven by one person at a time. So yeah, that's the other reason. And the other reason is my gadgets here. I've got my chargers, I've got my my radio. So when people get into the front, they like touching that, and I'm very uncomfortable with that. Okay, so I prefer people sitting at the back, and I just pick you up, drop you off. That's it. We have a conversation or we don't. I'm okay either way. So lady comes with a guy and she wants to sit at the front. I refuse. I tell her, no, sit at the back. She sits at the back, but she's not happy with that decision. She starts to fight me on my decision. She's like, why don't you allow people to sit at the front? I'm like, because I don't want anyone sitting at the front. She's like, okay, well then I hope you don't have child lock in this car. I'm like, no, I do have child lock in this car. I just don't have it activated. Why would I have child lock activated in the car when I'm transporting people? She's like, yeah, well, please just don't kidnap me. I'm like, my lady, why would I kidnap you? You requested the car from wherever. Like, you took your phone. You take your phone, guys. You request a car, and a car comes and fetches you. If it wasn't for you taking your phone and calling me, I wouldn't be where you are right now. And I explained that to her. Guys, I mean, I know people have had bad experiences on Uber rides, but you cannot paint all of us with the same brush, okay? So she tells me that she's had a bad experience on Uber where a guy tried to kidnap her. And then I asked her, my lady, if you've had that type of experience, then why do you still request Uber if it's not safe? Because your experience, you're gonna make everyone uncomfortable because you've had one bad experience or whatever, how many bad experiences you've had. It doesn't mean all of us now have to suffer because you've had a bad experience. And then she was like, okay, you can just shut up and drive. And guys, if there's one thing about me, I don't take kindly to rude clients. I honestly don't. I will not swear at you. I will not fight with you. I will simply tell you, if you're being rude, then this is where the trip ends. And that's what I told her. I told her, you know what, my lady, the trip ends here, because you cannot tell me to shut up when you've engaged me in a conversation that makes both of us uncomfortable. So your trip ends here. So that's what I literally ended the trip in front of her. I didn't even start it. I closed the trip and I told Uber the client was being rude. And then she remained sitting in the car with a friend. It's a male friend. And then I told them, please get out of the car. They refused, guys. They refused. And then another trip came through. It was busy. Another trip came through. I accepted the trip. I started the car. I went towards that direction where that person had requested to pick up the new client with them inside the car. And then the girl was like, so now where are you going? I'm like, my lady, I told you to get out of the car. You refused. So now I'm going to pick up the next client. And then they're like to me, oh, no. Okay, fine. Please stop. Then we will get out. I'm like, guys, I will stop where I'm going to pick up this client because I told you to get out. You refused. So now I will stop there where I'm picking up my client. And when I got there, that's when they got out. And yeah, she swore at me or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, she was just loud. She was very unhappy. So I want to know, guys, was I wrong or not? Because at the end of the day, I can do this thing and justify it. Can't I was wrong and unprofessional. So I did that. I told them, okay, you're not going to tell me to shut up, so please get out of the car. And yeah, they refused to get out of the car, and I did that. I drove off with them to a different direction, opposite direction actually. And they only got out when I got to the pickup location of my next client. So yeah, you guys put us through a lot. All right, so that's my story for today. So guys, don't forget my YouTube page, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, you get the notification. Like I said, we're striving for 1,000 subscribers. Let's get that. Then that way we can continue to get the fresh news stories from Uber rides. Okay, I'm actually planning on buying some cameras and putting them in the car, but now I will need the consent of my clients to record them because it's illegal to just record people without their permission. So I will ask my clients if it's okay for me to record them. Then that way I will give you conversations with my clients, like real Uber rides where the client is sitting at the back and I'm having a conversation with them. And I'm very dramatic, guys, so don't worry, I will give you good material. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Rizzo out.